Guthrie on the left work. It's very odd underneath, and then a clinic for exotic assistant. She doesn't, a veterinarian's assistant, excuse me. She doesn't look too savory. Just thought I'd mention that. But anyway, there's nobody savory in the pun regarding savory, and they're all zombie. In the allegedly empty janitor's room next to my apartment here, and also security guards, and they were threatening home invasion, and one of them, possibly the cop or the security one, it gets confusing because sneak around, hide out in very one of them. Oh, by the way, I've got camera equipment, and I don't know where to put it on the bus. Now, anyway, a couple of those bums actually radiation today that kills within 3 days. Clean laundry, or supposedly clean laundry. People will enter your apartment. It happened as soon as I lived here. And that means that are corrupt. Officer Bobby from West Precinct, this is North, so Officer Bobby actually has no jurisdiction. He's acting illegally, and says a cop from Tri-Court. As usual, I'm being threatened with a tear gas capsule or whatever they're for. So cause a riot, and we use this to stop riots. A lot of the black Nazis, by the way, when they target people, they will cause riots. They will act. It's a social. The up in it. It behooves gangs or Bloods and Zetas. It behooves them because then they can claim, they can scream discrimination before, during, and after they are committing the crime. From Tri-Court, I was, and Officer Bobby acts illegally, made orders that morons have followed, even though it's illegal. I with glass wherever I go, and my up because I have housebreaking tools. There's a bum talking about a burglar. A bum talking in the background about a burglar. Now, that could be referring to my storage, which I've been threatened for my storage every day that I've been here. And if you want to help me, you need to call the FBI and Homeland Security, and you need to call the FBI, retarded bums in the Seattle Police Department. If you hear things I hear, just call the FBI in another state. ATF in another city. So we could lose because these bums are talking about a packet of radiation kills within 3 days. One of the bums, possibly the security guard or the bad cop from Tri-Court, his wife is allegedly an office worker of some allegedly access to a packet of radiation that kills within 3 days. They were also talking about heroin. So these bums, including the Seattle Police Department, are in on a heroin shipment, and that involves years ago. There, I did about a meth lab. I didn't drink or smoke because I can go for years without having one drink or smoking, and I'm forced to live above a meth lab, and that bastard ensured that I was raped. And so I've learned to carry everything. Even that isn't even safe. Nothing behind, not even a taste it. It's not just poison, not just radiation that they've been dumping in my water and spreading around my apartment. Also will spread fecal, urine, phlegm, and semen. They'll evacuate systems. And the water's accessible behind the janitorial room. So we need security to come in, and if you one way you could hear these bums is to listen to the tapes I've made and then just take out the water noise, the snoring noise if I'm asleep, and take out, like if I'm talking and you hear people in the background, you just, like a karaoke program, you move the main voice, you clean up the usually water running. It doesn't help to run the water because as soon as you go into the bathroom, they'll start ejaculating. They line up their friends. Some of their friends, like Mary, she was involved in a fake cop network at Burt Gilman Place apartment. Her mother lives there. Burt Gilman Place Apartments at 5100 40th Avenue Northeast, and they were all pretending they were cops and FBI. Practically the whole state thinks they're FBI. Yesterday when I went shopping, I was threatened at Safeway, down in the list. At Safeway, someone threatened me with beheading if I go to the store, and that's linking directly with bums here. I was packing my bags, so that I could equally distribute the weight. Two bums came in, I think, or rushed by and said, the next time you do this, we're chopping off your head. And they linked the guy from the court all those years ago, and they also linked to some security guards that are the gay lovers of come here. And by the way, they both had sex with Officer Bobby. They work for the Pike Place Market. And none of the cops that come here are legally here conducting an investigation if they are cops. And also a couple, Guthrie at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 91329. And he's acting like he's including in their pants and apartment, ejaculate into their water and dump down chemicals, and they're calling themselves government, scientists, investigators. You just don't know who's involved. Could be a dirty postman, could be a garbage man. Suddenly they're all police, and they'll even pull home invasions where they'll drag you away with real and false officials. Shut the fuck up, you fucking fag. You don't tell me what the fuck to do. Shit. Oh my God. Sorry, my motion pictures are going from notes. Don't listen. So the Seattle Police Department is in on slavery, illegal organs trade, so is the Pike Place Market Preservation and Development Authority, and so are a lot of people in Washington. If they're involved in Blood, Zetas, or Asian street gangs, they're all involved. And one of the retardos was saying you're going to be a prostitute. There's another fat-ass cop that actually wanted to arrest me because I wouldn't be with a head thrown. And what is playing Madam. And so if you hear this and it's too late for me, you can still call an FBI on these bombs. And in his apartment, so you can reconstruct the crime. Who's threatening where? And by the way, there's I don't have my glasses on. I think that's one of the whores that works at the front desk. She's psychotic. One of us was to jump out as a cop before. So the bums have been threatening me from their apartments, and so, like I said, all you do is reconstruct who's talking and where. Who's talking? Where are they? You're going to get a good idea of where the Pike Place Market security guards that visit this building illegally, they're not in security guard capacity. They do not work here. Neither do any cops. They do not have security guards. And the cops that come here receive fellatio from whores and smoke crack. Oh no, that's a guy down there. Sorry. That's a guy. You wouldn't notice in Washington anyway. Gotta find my glasses. And listen to some of the threats from the psychopaths. And no, gather around my door, or not my door, but not yet, but it's a room, it runs behind my apartment on the left side as I look down. anyway, the Seattle Police Department is also involved in threats against the Western world primarily. And they even chant the words Western. I can't wash my hands in the bathroom because of the poisons dumped there. I have to keep rubbing alcohol and wipes. 2 types of wipes. Rubbing alcohol is not strong enough to kill the filth that the gang members spread around on a daily basis. I also have to wipe up glass from every surface before I touch anything. And, you know, it's hard to, if you don't have anywhere to set anything. So I'm going to keep this broadcast on so you can hear the bombs. They're threatening home invasions. I hear one of the whores clanking chains. And yesterday, by the way, there was a threat at Elizabeth Gregory home. And Sandra Katowitz and Rose were threatening or talking about killing me. And they thought they'd do it at the church. There's quite a lot of hidey holes at Elizabeth Gregory home and other churches. There are a lot of hiding spots in this building. There's a large retail space, and then there's that veterinary clinic that I wouldn't trust. And Guthrie, I'm at 507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington. Sorry about that annoying sound. It's an motion detector, which I have to use. I might have actually end up calling the ATF on 105 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. They're cops, bad cops. Police department's in on it, but they're not going to investigate. They're going to get them fired. You could be a spotter. You could try to find access to a is multi-directional around the building. Dirty cops. Just record it, and you'll have dirty cops coming. This fat-ass older guy looks like no neck. They look like they threw some sort of gourd at a sack of cement or excrement. Fat, ugly, and he because I wouldn't be a prostitute at 7 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington. He has a planned home invasion with one of the tri-court person who was a security guard at tri-court years ago who ruined my complaint about a game. And then there are the 2 security guards from... Oh, I didn't take my diabetes. Security guards. And one of the bums, he's saying you're going to snuggle with them. What the bums like to play is that you're going to do this and disprove your words. You're going to be my friend in public. Oh, you're going to say something on... Shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm going to call ATF on you, fucker. And I don't care if real cops get arrested. Or worse. It's not a problem. So the department, if you're out there, and the FBI, because they're corrupt as well, they're friends with these bums. I'm not saying all of them, but might accidentally hit one of their friends. Well, set crimes. They just, they have people that will ignore the crimes. So I've got to get organized. One target family. There is no family. I've got no family. Never been. Never. And there is no estranged bastards. They're also really. You can say, well, if it's paranoid, then explain the behaviors. Look for a physical cause. We're talking about a packet of radiation. University, it kills within 3 days. These people, including the dirty cops, are involved in plots against the particularly Britain and Ireland. They're also in on Russia. They're in on plots against Europe. They've mentioned other countries as well. Sometimes they'll pick up targets of the European countries. So these dirty cops are all involved. So you take them to Homeland Security. Also planning to take over other states. If you're not interested in Europe, Britain, and what else they do, these bums think they're going to take over. They have a strong, redundant black Nazi and Hispanic Nazi theme, because then even the dirty cops can scream, she's a racist, before, during, and after they rape someone, murder them, or they're trying to take their... These cops are into extortions as well. One of them is... It's that fat ass. I can pull out, you can hear him better. So it's a fat ass cop, and the bitch tried to have me Nazis, Hispanic Nazis will foment. The retard, by the way. He's a creep that is a stalker. They hired him here, which is... So they like drug addicts because whether they're black, white, or in between. And like I said, I'm getting to the point I don't even want a butcher knife in my... Which is still illegal, have threatened to pop out at me with a... Playing, you're going to go next large, what looks like a crematorium there, where, you know, dirty cop. By the way, that's all time, too. The time the dirty cop, asthma, sensitivities, chronic fatigue, bleeding all sick with my work on your disability. Chronic fatigue, they maybe will drug you so you can't stand. If the bums here have absolutely, when they've tried to restore it, they said go surveillance, black alt. It's in the fireman's equipment, in the fire department's equipment, rather. I don't wash my dishes here in more plates. All this stuff, this mess goes with then your home. Have people trying to steal your bags. Dirty cops are in on it. So yesterday on the bus, threatened by zombies portraying that mine. Now it's about the backpack robbers. Stipulate against the zombies. That's what they target victims, but you can also... And like I said, somebody threatened me at Safeway. I didn't really see that. They me quickly and say, if you go to stop your head off. They're directly connecting with this building cops. Watch security guards that are, well, the whites are psychotic. See them coming and going from this building, portraying that they're cops. Constantly, including the also and the retarded bums here were pretending I was admonished from the property, and including the Seattle cops that are corrupt, and the other cops will just ignore it and cover up for them. They'll have a unrecognizable, that real person might be out by the garbage can. They're enslaved, like all these bums, and the cops are in on it. Have including excrement, but practically clean up excrement. Everybody in the U.S. is a zombie. Everybody is gone, and they tried to spread that through so that everybody would be gone. They're actually. He also knew that the inferiors, the inferior stock base, all inferior, and Satan knew that. The hole in the top, I keep trying to glue it, it doesn't work. And by the way, these bums in the Seattle Police Department, and see, got Seattle Police Department around, but got us and other gang members. They will make the victim look crazy. They'll even do a trap door, or don't want to do anything about it because they're covering up. They'll cover it up. Some sort of contractor. So these people will look at the government, because a lot of this comes from governmental grants. So take $300 worth of materials, more $1,000 to fix up an apartment, sawn through the wall, which is a threat. Up some drywall, and then what they might even do is blame victim themselves. And the Seattle Police Department office is known for trap doors, and I'm not kidding, of that, including the cop that's here today. There might be one. What the gang will portray, because they are crime. One of the bums is talking about a date and handling you. What is the prostitution now about? It's by the you have to realize when they fell with they think if they write something or hit it and defend it, it's theirs. It'll do what they want. So raping, hitting, it's all part of their Satanism too. If you hit me, I'm going to hit back. So to make me more brain damage. Now, who programmed the morons of the U.S.? The foul, retardo black Nazis and people like crack whores, or just hotheads that did nothing? And how better do you make a black Nazi or a crack head look better? Or even a pot-smoking reject, and people even before the fall with Satan, and so do these other dirty people within Bloods. And so they made a perfect sort of infection for Satan to cause more infection, basically. So we're talking whores and bums, and their brain and chakra, and have their own spirit, soul, and or chakra, so they steal mine. And one of them just took brain, and then the dirty black in the. If you can't hear it, just if you bitch, he's in the wall and he's yapping orders, and it's the dirty black Nazi bitch from the Pike Place Market and Development. And remember, these in every state and every country. Which I do every country and every state. And in on, let me see, let's start with what's they're in on water and food poisonings and environment poisonings, such as your home or in your shoes. And you're walking around with smallpox on your jacket. Seattle Police Department, like any bitch that's a mistress or something, police. And, they'll threaten, tear gas, chain you, they'll threaten home invasion, and change. So we really need to stay just locked up. Lock police, Washington State. Anybody who would say, oh, she's just crazy, I call it the Lisa's crazy game. It's right there also. You know they're Satanists. You know they're crazy. You know they're gone. They need to be locked. They're Officer Bob Butt Buddies. They think Mr. Butt Buddy. Buttman. 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 Trying to run the state. Off the tri-court is a well, they're misogynistic. That's why they also raped men. I don't waste on homosexual. If it were a nice for safety's sake, they're all damned here. It really doesn't matter if somebody or a man. They're all damned. They're all animal, and you can even smell the autopsy fumes once in a while. And remember, they threatened every country, so that being a strange incidents with rock. It's the moral, whether they're mundane. Now, let's discuss the crimes. Okay, so pouring it on their possession, ejaculation fluid. Any carrier disease. So if they have someone they know with the disease, they will use that person. The Seattle Police Department sticking things in your brain so that you will be brain damaged. And they're with black Nazis. They're in with people who will actually take you into heart can't talk. If you end up damaged, it's because of Bobby and his faggot friend, the fat bag of shit that looks like chicken fertilizer. Well, that's David. Then there's the other piece of shit from Tri-Court years. So just blame the whole police department. If anything more happens to me, and yesterday I was also followed by freaks. Shut the fuck. Do not talk to me with a faggot bitch. Shut your fucking dirty, smelly sack shit ass. I don't fuck who you are. You're here as a civilian, motherfucker, because you have no jurisdiction. This is not an investigation. I don't give a fuck who you are. Shut up. Just a voice on a wall. You're an intruder. I'm not going to absolutely go by a voice bitch in a wall or shouting. It's just shit. Some old twat that's going to have the ATF. Told myself, if the ATF accidentally shoots us and shoots me too, I forgive. It's not their fucking fault if there's going apps that are corrupt. The only one shot. Why would I? Because these fags around and pretend they're Homeland Security. Pretend that they are Homeland Security. The fake cops will. But man, I'm heating up food. I have to do right now. And one of them is playing acting like you. Not going to fool anyone. Shit. All shit is, and that's it. Butts. There'll be a big butt with lipstick on it. Yep, there's Washington. Seattle Police Department. Butt heads with lipstick. Actual butt heads. With lipstick. Butt heads with lipstick. Shut the fuck up. Did I tell boy? You're called disturbance. Fag. I don't give a fuck if you are a fuck. You're here illegally. Smoker is receiving fellatio or friends. Drag in the whole police department. Why? Drag. Shut up yourself, you ugly bitch. Shut the fuck up, you fucking bitch. Let's see what happens downstairs. You're getting some fine CameraFi, I'll tell you that. Yeah, there's somebody around in the hall screaming. Okay. Okay, thanks. I think Stephanie's friend, she's a hooker, stinks. And by the way, the department loves hookers with infections that pee on everything. Stephanie will also, this is very crude, so it needs to, so fag, crazy, the fag ate better committing crimes. For his crack by committing is loyal.
using some good CameraFi. And by the way, you say, why are you still here? Well, the excrement bag, the Chickee made it, obviously, if you're almost arrested, it's on your record. And the truth, be a prostitute. So that's why I'm still here. And then they scrapped after that, including with something in my vitamin E. And they spray everywhere and brag that I did it from the glass. There are different shapes of the see how the police department's in on it? Especially officer, one of the things on the wall said, duh. So and get Washington State, you can't go wrong if you round up even the babies. Gone. And by the way, if you are a Christian or Christian, that's exactly started in the West. That's the next. They will try to preserve. It's like a germ, like you hear about diseases, where you get even the prions. You have to have a filtration system that's smaller, but doesn't allow the prions, even if you burn it, like a mad cow. It's the same thing with the particles out. And one of them today, even if you hell, they'll say, one of them said, I'll demon then. What do you mean? He meant that down to the last particle, it's going to play demon and Satanist and zombie. Science people are laughing happily have gotten into nature. They destroyed 15 planets and moons. Actually look at the whole planet and say, I think everything particles. Am I threatening anyone? No, I'm telling you. It's zombie Satanist particle even in my chest. Homeland Security around the West and the North, and I have come to see the light. You could actually aid the FBI in their true. And you might say, are you pro-government? I was. And see, here's something bad, because I prayed for real cops. People in the U.S. were involved that are cops. So what you have, like, let me tell you one of the games. So let's say you put Irishmen, because they're threatening Irishmen all the time, and Scottish and English and Welsh. The bums that prayed for Europe, they're going to call themselves Europeans, including black Nazis, call them Norwegians themselves. How do you protect a real cop? How do you protect real government? Which I was even praying for the FBI, trying to protect them from this. How do you protect them? What do they do? They're grabbing intent. It's an intent grab. How's this fag boy doing? Well, he's grabbing the good wishes toward. So bum just play rinsing your hands or doing something to your hands. It's a hand threat. Your body and walk around with people's hands. And police department involved. Shut up. Just fucking shut up. What are they doing with rinsing? They think they're powerful in the blood. They want to curse you, so they'll rinse you in the blood. He's right in with the Seattle Police Department, and the black Nazis are just falsifying records. It's one of their biggest. And so what they want is like in 100 or 1,000 years, and they think they're living in heaven with whites as the slaves. Food. And others, because not everyone is dark. It's some Italians. They'll rewrite everything, and they're going to take away the, and they'll mix black trash with white trash and portray it and they'll try to prove that everybody's black, and it's correct. They've done it. It's been done, and when they believe a lot of them, especially if they promote whites and others as dumb shits and everybody. See, the black Nazis, poor, they want their DNA to be promoted as the salt of the earth. Indeed, you will be the pillar of cursing. Pillar of salt. You just agreed. And so now I'm threatened on a daily basis. I'm wearing a crucifix and God and Christ. I'm the only non-Satanist here, even people in zombies, infested with zombies. After all, where was I threatened for my feet yesterday? By Kalia, the black transgender with a tooth missing. Church? Basement. Was the psychotic female allegedly once worked for the city? Sandra, I wasn't meant to hear the plot. They killed like a mob hit. Officer Bobby's in on it, and he would just portray that there was no evidence. So would the Seattle Police Department on it as well. And have people knocking on your doors to come grab you, or beat the fuck out of you, or kill you. Just like a spy novel. And sometimes they're also trying to tell me not to leave. So, yeah, 3 to 4 times, maybe more, probably more than that, probably. And I only counted 3 that I could remember. So I don't know who someone is. Like yesterday, if I thought it was an Asian street gang person threatening me, don't even think you can get him. It was probably a blood. There's a little whore in the cheese section. Were she and her friends thinking of starvation? No. It's called survival of the unfittest. Remember, look at DNA. Those are the ones who got. I have to be careful because also you get black Nazis, and Bloods, and other retards, including Asian street gangs. They here. Dr. Jaffe, who's here on Wednesdays for some of the clients, he hangs out. The creepy fat ass cop that wanted to arrest. This is Lisa Guthrie at 10507 Aurora Avenue North, Seattle, Washington, 98133. By the way, I'm not a policeman, I'm not FBI, I'm not a bounty hunter, I'm not a detective. See, the difference is playing your body for indenturing, traded people, and drained them of blood in great horror situations, including the missing people, and the Seattle cops are in on this, and so are Bloods and Zetas and black Nazis. And they're trying, also one thing they like to do is target other countries and portray that it's being done in a snuff movie. They'll say, somewhere in Russia a demon was being executed. Somewhere in Russia Lucifer was being executed. And really it's just a bunch of corrupt morals and their friends. And there's a bum when you're gonna shaking change, you're gonna blah blah blah. You're gonna blah blah blah. You're gonna eat semen. So they're also what department? It's to kill anything or anyone good. You are semen. Why would I want to eat you? You're all semen. You're semen. Also in the gym, some of them come out and I have to laugh when they're not time. You hear it 1,000 times. You hear it with something else. That's how they obtain some of the false information. One of the whole to a friend of mine. By the way, I'm going to check in stuff. I'm going to check in and tell her I'm being threatened, and I have to make possibly a laundry appointment. And then I'm going to resume the broadcast after prayer, etc.